Hello, I'm Monica. In this video, we're going to see how to connect to our MySQL database from an OpenXava project. Remember to have MySQL running. In OpenXava Studio, we create a new project by clicking on OpenXava, then New OpenXava Project. We're going to name it Invoicing. And press Finish. Wait until it finishes. First, we will add the MySQL driver dependency to the project. To do this, we go to the .xml file located at the root of the project. Uncomment the MySQL driver. And save it. Then, we modify the context XML file located in the source main web app meta-inf folder. By default, the source is pointing to an in-memory hypersonic database. Let's change this to point to our database. Comment out the configuration for HSQLDB. Uncomment the configuration for MySQL. And use our username, password, and URL, which in this example, we will leave as it is. Save it. Go to the package your company invoicing run in the source main Java folder. This invoicing file is used to start the project. We're going to comment this line out so that it doesn't start the database in memory. Save it, and we're done. Now, the connection is ready. We need to run Maven install to apply the changes. Right-click on the project, then run as Maven install. Wait until success appears. Now, we can start the application. Right-click on the invoicing file, then run as Java application. Copy the link that appears and paste it into the browser. Let's log in with admin and create a new record in the module that OpenXava created by default to verify that we have connected to the database. Click on your first entity. Since there are no existing records, it prompts us to create one first. Enter any data. And save it. Let's go back to the list mode to see the new record. Here we can see what we just created. In MySQL, let's make sure that the record we just created has been saved. Indeed, the application has connected to our database. In attempting to connect to MySQL, we may encounter some errors. Let's go through a few of them. In the context XML file, we modify the URL to point to another database that currently doesn't exist yet. Save it. After performing Maven install, we start the application. Currently, OpenXava is using Hibernate version 5.6, which has a bug that no longer automatically creates the database schema. We'll see what error it might throw and how to resolve it. Reload the page and enter again. Since we're pointing to another database, it prompts us to create a new record. Let's do that to see what error appears. Unfortunately, we can't obtain much information from this error. Go back to OpenXava, and we can see error traces in the console. The last one tells us the cause. Unknown database example DB. This means it can't find the database. The solution is simple: manually create the schema in MySQL. There are two ways to do it. First, by right-clicking on the Schema panel and selecting Create Schema. Enter ExampleDB as the schema name, click Apply and finish until the process is complete. We can see the new schema created. Let's delete it to try the second method, which is by using statements. Click here to open a new tab. And enter the statement. Create database. ExampleDB. And execute it. Now, refresh the schema panel, and we can see it there. Once we have the schema created, go back to the browser and try saving again. This time, no error is thrown. And it shows the record in list mode. Let's go to the database to confirm that the record has been created there. There it is. Another error we might encounter is when we use an incorrect username or password for the connection. Let's modify the current password. Save it. Close the application, and run Maven install before starting it again. Start it. Reload the page. Log in again and go to the list mode. We see it says error trying to obtain data. Let's go back to OpenXava and look for something meaningful in the error traces that we can interpret. Not this. Nor this. Here. It says, access denied for user root at localhost, and a password was used. With this, we can determine that the URL is not the problem, but the username or password is incorrect. There are occasions when the server is down. To simulate this, I shut down the MySQL service. Enter the correct password. Close the application. Run Maven install. And start again. Reload the browser page. I sped up the video here, but it's taking much longer than usual. We try to log in. This is not working as it should be. We go back to OpenXava and look for the error trace. Here it says, communications link failure. Meaning we've sent a request to the server but haven't received any response from it. This implies that we haven't been able to connect at all because the server hasn't given us any response. In the end, it wasn't so difficult to connect our project to MySQL. I hope the video served as a guide for you. If you're interested in exploring more features of OpenXava, you can visit our official website at openxava.org. If you haven't yet started your first project, you can check out the course we prepared for creating an application from scratch. Bye.